Hi, I'm Gigi Rada Benitez, a certified international property specialist, helping bridge the Dubai real estate markets with my investors back in the United States. Today, we have a very special guest, Zeba Majithia, who's a financial concierge and is going to help answer your most asked about questions regarding the Golden Visa. This is season 2 of the Dubai Connect podcast. Welcome, Zeba, to the show. Hi, Zeba.
Hi, Gigi.
I'm so excited to have you back on.
Likewise.
We had done a very nice, thorough podcast interview the last time I was here for season 1, where you as a financial concierge, actually, you know what? Let me turn that over to you to express more of what your position as a financial concierge is for those who maybe didn't watch you on my first season.
Okay. So we basically had clients in corporate companies in Dubai, Singapore, Mauritius, and we've recently started with Indonesia. We offer banking assistance for clients. So because certain regions, it's difficult to get a bank account by themselves. So we help with that.
Fantastic. And you do so much more. And actually, you've already been helping my clients on the journey. So going back to the United States, Zeba, one of the questions, and there have been a lot of changes, so I said, let's go straight to the source of someone who understands this and helps people do this, is how to secure the Golden Visa. And actually, we could talk about the 2-year visa through real estate. There have been updates and changes, but may you please explain what is a Golden Visa, what are the benefits, and what are the steps A through Z to secure one?
So a Golden Visa is a 10-year visa, which is a decade-long visa, which you get it for yourself, your spouse, your parents, your children, and you can also sponsor domestic staff.
Is there a limit for how old your children can be in order for you to secure it?
Not anymore. So as long as they are unmarried, it could be even if they're 40, 60 years of age, it's fine.
Okay, fantastic. Thanks for letting us know. What are some of the benefits of having a Golden Visa? Why is this such a hot topic for investors?
Honestly, any other country doesn't give you a visa for that long with just paying a marginal amount of price. Having said that, how Dubai is coming up the curve, it's phenomenal. This is the place where people want to belong and they want to explore opportunities. This gives you so much leeway in terms of either getting like good medical facilities, because the cost is, again, it's not a lot, but it's world-class medical facilities here.
Okay, so medical is one huge benefit. What are some of the other advantages that once someone like me were to secure a Golden Visa, I have the opportunity to have?
You can stay here for as long as you want. So, for example, if somebody's coming from a US with a US who's got a US passport or a UK passport, they can definitely enter the country, but they can be here only for a certain amount of days. Anything above that, they either have to extend the visa or they have to pay for overstays or fines, which they haven't done. So, Golden Visa allows you to stay for as long as you want. You can stay at 10 years for a stretch also. It's okay.
So, Zeba, I will tell you a quick funny story. This actually happened to me. I had no idea, and I should know. I guess I hadn't spoken to you in depth enough about this. But on my last trip, as I was leaving, I was trying to go through security and I was sent to secondary because I overstayed without understanding that. And I guess it's not a difficult process, but you have to pay and submit for every 30 days.
Correct.
If you don't have the Golden Visa. So that's another advantage. Great.
Another advantage is the bank account. Once you're a resident, you can very well get a checkbook. You can have debit card, WhatsApp banking, all of that is there. But checkbook is a very big advantage because somebody who's looking at buying furthermore properties, there are certain times when they have to give checks for your down payments. So in that case, it really helps. Or if a client has already bought a property and they have residents who want to deposit, the tenants that want to deposit checks, rental checks, they can deposit in the account.
Fantastic. That's really good information. Now, what's the difference between the Golden Visa and then the 2-year visa?
2-year investor visa?
Yes.
Okay. So a 2-year investor visa is for somebody whose property value is below 2 million. It's actually it could be 750,000 or above. So they wouldn't get a 10-year visa. They get a 2-year visa, which is an investor visa. The cost, honestly, for a 2-year visa is much higher than a 10-year visa.
Interesting. Okay.
So, and they have to renew that once in 2 years, which means they have to visit the country once in 2 years in order to renew it.
So what about renewing the 10-year? How does that work?
we haven't had any situation because the visa is fairly new.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming it's not going to be very complicated. It's going to be a very simple process, because even if we have to, like as an investor, if you have a company or if you are an employee, if you have to like renew it, it's super easy. You just have to go for your medicals and that's about it.
And that's it. But you have to come back to the country at that time to obviously renew it.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
fantastic. So now that we've spoken about some of the advantages of the Golden Visa, and clearly it makes more sense to, oh, by the way, we didn't even touch upon what is now the new requirement for investment for the Golden Visa through real estate investing.
So earlier it was, if you had a property over 2 million and above, you could qualify for a golden visa, which still remains the same. However, earlier you had to have 2 million paid up in order to qualify, then it became 1 million. But the good news is now you need not have even 1 million paid up. It could be a smaller amount that's paid up and you could still qualify for the golden visa.
Fantastic. So smaller amount. So what I had understood the last time we spoke is that it was a 2 million dirham valued property. And once you made 1 million dirham
Correct.
payments, now it's even less?
It's even less. So recently we've just done for a client of ours who's paid around 600,000 on a 2 million plus property, and he qualified up straight.
How quickly?
Oh, it's extremely simple. It's the same procedure.
So Zeba, for my clients who are investing in Dubai real estate, what do we do to get them the Golden Visa?
First of all, they either need to have the title deed, which is if the property is ready.
Okay.
Secondly, they need to have the Okuth copy, just in case if it's an off-plan property.
Okay.
Bear in mind, reservation form doesn't work to qualify for Golden Visa, because I have so many agents coming and saying, we have the reservation form. Why wouldn't you help our clients?
It's the Okuth.
It's the Okuth or the
Okay.
title deed.
Okay, fantastic. And then we just submit that to you?
Yes, you can give it to me. I can have it checked for you on your behalf and then let you know if you qualify for it. And if you qualify for it, the procedure is extremely simple.
So how long is the process to secure the Golden Visa once someone has submitted their paperwork?
Less than 2 weeks.
Amazing. Zeba, what if somebody has their Golden Visa and now they sell their property?
That's a very good question, and one of the most asked ones as well. So obviously your visa is linked to your property, which means that because you have the property, you have the visa. Now, if you want to sell the property, and since it's locked, like I mentioned, you will have to tell the land department that to hold your visa, they will give you a piece of paper which basically says your visa is held for 30 days, and then you can execute the sale of the property. Within that time frame, you have to find another property in order to keep your status still active.
That makes absolute sense, and thank you for answering that so well. Thank you. Zeba, we've discussed securing the Golden Visa through real estate investments. May you please share the other ways that people are able to secure a Golden Visa here in Dubai?
Sure. There are a couple of ways one can get a golden visa. For instance, it is real estate, what we just spoke about.
Okay.
2 million has to be the worth of the property, or it could be an investment in the bank, which has to be 2 million dirhams in a fixed deposit. Third is a person could be a researcher, scientist, teacher, a humanitarian ground person could get it. Someone who is a student and who has done extremely well with their grades can also qualify. An athlete, sports person, a writer, anybody who's notable in their respectable fields, even, for example, an employee who's getting a salary of over 30,000 dirhams per month can qualify for a golden visa. Someone who's an investor in another country, it could be perhaps, they could still qualify over here.
Really?
Yeah. So, for example, we've done for a Singaporean client wherein obviously his business is really big, right?
Okay.
So now him getting a golden visa could obviously open opportunities in UAE.
So they want to attract, because
Yeah.
Dubai is constantly finding ways to make this place where you want to move to, where it's easier to move to, right?
It's attracting one of the best talent pools.
It really is. And it is so impressive. And I am so grateful that I have someone like you to be able to connect with my clients and my investors.
You're very kind to say
Thank
that.
you. I mean it. And I appreciate you. And I appreciate you taking the time to come down here
Thank you.
and speak with us and help answer these questions.
Thank
and
you.
With that, please make sure to like, subscribe, follow, and share this episode. And stay tuned for the next on the Dubai Connect podcast. to season 2 of the Dubai Connect podcast.